What's up, team? All right, so the other night, you see this chart right here? I was sitting around on the couch, and subconsciously I was going like this, and I thought, you know what, this is kind of cool. I always take guitars to the couch unplugged or my acoustic, and I don't even think. I'm usually watching something, and I was doing this. I was going, and then I was like, what am I doing there? So what I was doing is I was subconsciously just flowing, rhythmically flowing, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a finger gymnastics thing using this scale and a few more modes or scales that are from G major, okay? So the theory part is on the top left. You've got G Ionian, the one chord major, G, A, B, C, D, E, one sharp, F sharp, and then G, okay? Now you see this A and B. Now the red notes are the target notes. So I'm gonna break this down really slow, and you know what? I'm probably gonna shank this because I just came up with this a couple nights ago and I'm still working at it. I actually created the lesson this morning and I'm still working at it, okay? So here's the riff really slow. And if you want me to make this into an additional video with close-ups of my hands, do it. But you can get this. You have that slow down button on here too. Now I kind of slide into the G, the red G on the E string, and then I hit that E right there in the second fret. So, and then as soon as I hit that, I upstroke the open A. So that's why you've got that red open. So it's like this. So G, G. There's gonna be a lot of cool little slides in here, so it makes it even tougher, okay? So G, E, open A, okay? So if you're a total beginner, or if you're new to this channel, or if you're not, you know I always tell you, you don't have to do everything I put in this lesson. Just break it down to what works for you. I'm merely giving you frameworks, okay? You don't have to do note for note. This is just my idea to give you something to work on. So you might just do this. G, E, open A. A lot of guitars, the economy of picking, the efficiency, all the little nuances that are happening. There's a lot of muting. So this is how you advance in levels and you never get stuck in plateaus. You'll never sound stale, okay? So, okay, so that's kind of like the first half of this. And then you see that beat in red, okay? Still part of the G major scale. Now I go up with my first finger because I pick that downstroke. And as soon as I pick it, I slide down seamlessly and I upstroke the open D in red and open A. So it's like, it's hard for me to, so that's what I was sitting there doing on the couch, but here was the whole riff. So G, E, open A. As soon as I hit that on the upstroke, I hit a downstroke on the B on the G string. As soon as I pick it, I start sliding and upstroke the open D and A. So again, this might be all you can do. This is probably the hardest part of all the little picking exercises I'm gonna show you. But you let me know which one's hard. So, okay? Now again, I want you to have the theory part. I want you to know that this is a G major scale, okay? And we're doing a lick out of that G major scale, okay? So, I was actually just doing that. I just started picking something. I was just watching probably something on Netflix or YouTube. And I was doing that. I was like, oh, I got to turn that. It has almost like this circular motion to it. It's like, so if you want to get it even to the next level, you can slide into the G. This could be a lesson by itself. So, and why is this cool and great too? Because you're using open strings. So many players don't make use of the open strings, okay? So, okay, there's the first part of this. Okay, now this is gonna be like a little walk up. And again, Music Theory Monday, I'm always gonna give you some theory, all right? So this is just a G major scale. I show you the green notes and the red notes are part of it. The red notes are the only notes we're gonna play. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna use that triplet feel. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a... That's gonna be like how we set up the next picking exercise. And that's just a good picking exercise, right? Sometimes you gotta break it down. So if you only just maybe... If you can't do any of this finger picking stuff, it's okay. Come back, you'll get it. But just practice doing the G major scale on one string. If you have one takeaway and this is it, that's cool. So G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go da 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 da. Now let me show you how that connects to the first part of that riff, okay? I'll just keep this up here so you can see how I'm gonna walk up A, B, C and set up the next part of the picking exercise, which is in the ebook, link below, go grab it. So if I do that first exercise, I'll do it twice, I'll go, see, one more time. See how much flow rhythmically you have to have here? Okay, this is the easy part. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Just see if you can do that to lock your rhythm in. Build that internal rhythm, that drummer. Maybe just practice your muting. And again, it's just a G major scale in one string. There's your theory, okay? Burn that in your brain. Okay, next chart. Whoop. All right. Now, this is a mode. It's D Mixolydian, okay? So after we do that walk up, we're gonna go in and we're gonna play a picking riff out of D Mixolydian, okay? D Mixolydian is a mood, it's a mode, it's a G major scale that's rearranged. The starting point, if you played it, would be D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, okay? But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this note. The red notes. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going E, G, B. Now let me stop right there because this is so important, okay? Light bulb moment for all of us, okay? This right here is what? E, G, B, okay? You guys, I have been hammering this in your heads for a while now, and if you're new, I will keep hammering this. This is a triad. It's a minor triad on the E, A, D string set, okay? If you've not seen my videos on those, go watch them. So E, G, B, C, slide up to D, back to C, B, G. So it's like this. So real slow. Up, see. Okay? But this wouldn't be Music Theory Monday if I don't have you understanding what's going on here on a theoretical level, right? So E, G, B, there's an E minor triad, okay? Let's take it a step further. An E minor triad, we're playing inside of D Mixolydian, right? Because D would be the fifth mode, it's a major mode, but E minor triad, that would be the sixth. That's the relative minor, okay? But the reason I did it here is again, I'm trying to connect dots in crazy ways for you. I know you guys are all really smart and you can get this. I'm the kind of teacher that I'm gonna push you, I'm gonna give it to you real, I'm gonna give it to you straight. This is not easy, but you're not gonna get better, you're not gonna get to where you want to get unless you do stuff like this. And the reason I show this is I want you to feel what it feels like when it starts clicking. There's no better feeling in the world, okay? From a musical standpoint. All right, so. Okay, so let's keep this chart up. Let me see if I can go back to the beginning chart because I'm gonna try and show you the grand finale here, but let's keep this up and pay attention when I get up here. Let's see if I don't shank this. So I'll go from the very first part of that G major scale. So. Okay, there you go. See that? Again, just do one page out of the ebook link below. Do one of these charts and you're gonna be ahead of a lot of people today. This right here by itself, EGB, is such a good, look at that positioning. And I know, because I've dealt with thousands and thousands of comments on here, you guys have trouble with these triad sets on the EAD string. So that's why I'm giving you, this is like finger gymnastics. So next chart, whoop. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna skip over Lydian and Phrygian. We're gonna go down to a riff out of A Dorian, okay? So again, A Dorian would be the 2 chord in G major. The second mode is just a rearranged G major scale. That's all modes are, that's it. Moods. Moods of a particular major scale. In this case, the parent major scale is G, okay? So here would be the mode A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A. Now, there's an extra B here, which is just the octave of this one, okay? That's what we're actually gonna slide into. So now look at this shape, okay? So now you've got C, E, G in red, out of Dorian, okay? What is that? That's a C major triad, boom. Okay, there you go, there's your 4 chord. And then we're gonna up to the B. So, just the red notes are the target notes. Those are the notes I'm actually picking, okay? Again, Music Theory Monday, I'm building the framework around it. I could have not put Dorian here, you know what I mean? And I could have just written out these red notes. Oh, here's the riff I'm picking. But I want you to have the whole, you need to always have situational awareness of what is around you. So, this one's a little trickier too, because now you're going, and I'm sliding all the way up here with my third finger. C, C, E, G, A, slide to B, back to A, G, E, C. What this also does too is it forces you to be super efficient with your picking technique. So you've got to figure out, oh, maybe a downstroke here would, it's all about the setup and the transition. That's where your rhythm train derails. Do not let it rail. So, okay. What if we went back real quick to that, the Mixolydian lick? Okay. So let's go to the last chart and wrap this up, and then we'll see if we can put the whole thing together. If you're confused, drop questions, drop comments. I want to know which part of this was the easiest for you, which was the toughest. Okay, we're going to go back to where we started, but now we're going to do a different riff than the opening riff. The opening riff, in my opinion, was the hardest for me, although I did it first on subconsciously. It was almost like easier to play when I wasn't thinking about it. And then when I start doing, oh, what am I doing here? And I was like screwing it up. Okay, then this is A, okay, now look. This is right out of the G major scale. I need you to know that. Look, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Now, if we highlight the first three notes that we're gonna play, A, C, E, A, C, E, what is that? It's a minor triad. A, C, E. It's the same shape as up here as the E minor triad, but now we're down here. Now this one's a little trippy because we're gonna go E, F sharp. We're gonna do, now we're a half step away from G. See that? A, C, E, F sharp, slide into G, back to F, E, C. And actually, what I like to do to finish this, that's not on this chart, is I like to go back to just hit the G like this. One finger on the G. I think I go like this. This is kind of hard too, because I just came up with this. Oh, that's what it is. When I want to finish it and kind of come back home, I go A, C. So do this. Go A, C, E, F sharp, slide G, F sharp, E, C. But when you want to end it, go A, C, E, F sharp, G, slide into G, F sharp. Let's see. Oh yeah. A, C, E, F sharp, E. And then I hit open A on an upstroke. This is what I'm talking about. Figuring out which way to pick, up or down, okay? Upstroke on the open A, and then I go down on the G. So I think I could go. Let's see. There you go. All right. So that was the last chart. So grab the ebook. Let me embarrass myself. No charts. Let me see if I can do this whole thing I tried to teach you. And listen, I just came up with this. And you guys need to see other guitar players on here struggle. I could have played this perfectly. I could have edited it, and you would never know. It'd look like, oh, he's just flop. But no, you need to see what this is how you get better. You need to keep going into constant state of struggle. So the opening riff, and I say I have to re-gear my brain here. Let me see if I can move through this real slow. Here we go. All right, look at the ebook and follow along. See what mistakes I make. So. Too bad, right? But again, just go really, really slow. So what I need to do is to work up, is to go. This one has the most mojo, this first one, because there's something about, there's like this circular thing that happens with the slide. And then, so, see that? I think that's what happened to me when I was playing it on a subconscious level. Is I was playing it and then it just felt kind of good, so it made me kind of stop. Oh, what am I doing here? So And it was with this guitar. Now I will say I'm kind of cheating because this is my son's guitar and he's probably gonna charge me 50% of whatever this video makes. But this only has a 24-inch scale length. So like the frets are a little closer, it's a little easier. But I really want you to get these stretches, but I really want you to know where these triads are. Pay attention to the modes, burn that music theory in. So, okay? If that one's the hardest one for you, maybe go to one that's the easiest. I really like this, this Mixolydian one's great because you're starting off with that minor triad, the E. Okay, and then the C major triad. And then back to a G major scale, but you're starting off with a minor triad inside of that scale. All right, so whew, it's literally like finger gymnastics because I'm giving you so many triad shapes and then you got a finger pick. But just to kind of wrap this up for you, if you really think about it, let's go back to the theory part. So you've got the one chord, you got a G, okay? This is what we're actually the picking part, okay? So we're playing a G, okay? Riff out of the G, using open strings too, which is cool. And then we're playing a riff from the 6th chord, E minor, but we're playing it out of the D Mixolydian, okay? And if your brain's melting right now, don't worry. I'm gonna get you. I got you covered. Just stick with me. Hit that sub button, hit that like button, okay? So your E minor triad, okay? So I'm trying to give you ideas to take this to the next level. So you could go like this, E minor bar chord, and then into that, play that. All right, whew, that was deep. All right, I've been doing these deep lessons. You guys got this. Grab the ebook, hit the like button. If you're new, we'd love to make you part of Team Jellyfish. If you don't know what that means, drop it in the comment. We will tell you. It's kind of a funny story. Oh yeah, one last thing that's kind of funny. So the last time I did a video with my son's guitar, of course, that one popped off with like 70,000 views. So he made a nice little chunk of change on that. Should I pay him? All right, I'll do the right thing. All right, grab that ebook, drop Jellyfish or your favorite sea creature in the comments. Let me know how you like these deeper lessons. And again, if you are a beginner or an intermediate, just take one piece of what I gave you. I'm really meshing multiple lessons in here. You don't have to do the whole book. Just do one page out of the book and get it. Go to what's the easiest and work your way up from there and then create your own things. That's why I do this. I'm just giving you frameworks. You don't have to do what I do note for note, okay? If you want to, cool. All right, keep going. Only you can stop you. You won't stop. Check out these videos sprinkled around. Check out the playlist. You guys know the drill. See you in the next video. Later.